Hey guys, Daniel here, and today I'm going to recommend 6 lenses that I use with my GH5. And I know it's different for everyone because some are more towards wildlife, some are more towards sports, but I'm more with the running gun and product shoots and usually run around in conventions. So if you're that type of person who does running gun stuff, then these are the lenses that I would recommend for you. So the first lens that I recommend to anybody is the 12-35. I have the Mark II here just because my Mark I, the focus ring kind of crapped out on me, so if I'm gonna get a new one with around the same price, I might as well get the Mark II. But if you can find a Mark I really cheap or with a good discount, then I would recommend getting a Mark I. The 12-35 stays on my camera pretty much 90% of the time, whether I'm going out to shoot or just regular photography, going out with friends, just going to conventions or anything, pretty much anything. 12-35 mainly stays on my camera. It's f2.8 across the board, so the aperture does not change when you zoom in. So that's the best thing about this lens. So if your subject is pretty much close, you will get like nice bokeh. So I would say this is probably one of the best walk around lenses as well. So the price of this lens is about $1,000 and it's pretty up there. It's pretty steep, but again, this lens pretty much stays with my camera 90% of the time. So I would say this is one of the lenses that I would recommend to anybody that just got a GH series camera. So next up on our list can go both ways. And if you already have the 12-35 and you're really looking for more range, then I would recommend the 35-100. And this is equivalent to 70 to 200. So if you already have the 12-35 and you got the 35-100, then you're really set for a while with the range. And it's also f2.8 across the board, so it does not it does not darken or lose stops when you zoom in. I don't really use this lens too much because I don't find the need of having that extra range. The only time I would really use this is if I'm sitting back from the stage of the keynote and I really want to get some like close-up shots. This is the Mark I version, so if you can find a cheap price or a cheap deal with this, I would definitely recommend it because they're both pretty much the same thing. For the most part, there are some slight differences, but I don't think paying a full grand or I think it's a little bit more than a grand. I think this is pretty much more expensive than the 12-35, but still, it's a lot of money for us. I feel like a slight upgrade. So if you can find a Mark I for pretty cheap, I would definitely take that. So if you're looking for more low light than range, then I would recommend a 25mm 1.7. It's pretty much a nifty 50 of the Canon lens, and you can find this for $200 usually, but I often see this on sale for $50 less. So for this price, I would say it's a good deal for really good low light, and if you want that nice bokeh effect of pretty much all your shots, then you can easily get it with this lens. And it's super light. It's not the best quality. It feels plasticky for the most part, but again, it's only $150 to $200, so it's not of big of a deal versus the past lenses that I mentioned with this, which is already like a grand. So the next lens is the 42.5 f1.7. The build quality is better than the 25mm f1.7, and it has IS as well. To be honest, this is the lens I use the least. I usually take portraits pictures with this. I rarely use this for video, but when I do, it just looks great and it looks super sharp. Also, this is a really small lens. The price point is about $400, and I usually see this on sale just the same as the 25mm f1.7. So if you can, or if you're planning to get this lens, I would definitely wait for a sale because it happens often. So the next lens I recommend is not from Lumix. I try to stay close to the native as possible because I want to be light. As like I said, running gun, I want to be super light. So that's why I want to stay on native lens. But this is from Leiawa. It's 7.5mm f2.0. And again, look how small this is. It's just the ultra light version, so it's even lighter. I usually fly this on a gimbal, so it's lighter on my hands and wrist and arm. I also have reviews up for this guy, both daylight and low light, and this is a really good lens. It's manual, so you don't get that autofocus, but it's really wide, and I love shooting this with people from a distance because they do look weird once they get too close. And it's really good with architecture and buildings and in the city of just shooting up or even landscape. So the last lens I would recommend is the Voigtlander series. I have the 17.5mm f.95, and this is what I use for my A-roll. Usually it's a low light beast because of that f-stop, the super low f-stop. And if you're really looking for more filmic or a filmic look, or you're into making films and videos and all that with your GH series, then this is a lens I would totally recommend. Even the different focal lengths, they have like 10.5, 25, and 42.5. So it's pretty expensive for primes, but if you're looking for that filmic look, then this is something I do recommend. This is the heaviest lens I got and the best quality of all the lenses I got. And this one doesn't really leave the house that much because I use it as my main A-roll, unless I really want to get a super low light shot with that f.95. And I'm on f.95 right now. As you can see, there's a good blurry background I have. So those are the 6 lenses I do recommend getting for your GH series. Again, I'm more the running gun type of shooter and I do more product shoots. So these are more geared towards me and what I do. So if you're into that realm of what I do, then I'm pretty sure you will be happy with the lens choices here. All the lenses I mentioned and all the gear I use will be listed down below. I hope this video helped you guys out. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.